geez, sorry. I was in another world. Did you say what does it mean today?
Just a brief opening statement.
Well, I was thinking about the sentimentality of it, really. I'm just really thankful. It's really special to be in the NCAA tournament, and we've just had so many people step up at different times this year, and I get to sit up here with the future, right? And these two were terrific high school players, and they've improved. They met challenges. They stayed patient, and I'm just so proud of them. I'm just really proud of the overall team effort. I thought we had a really good defensive effort. I think we held Murray State to their lowest. Obviously, I felt badly that Caitlin Young got hurt in that third quarter. That's a big blow. But I think we were on point. So I'm just really grateful to get this first win. And to, anytime you can survive in advance in any tournament, but when you get to do it in the NCAA, it feels special. So I'm really, really thankful.
All right, we'll now open it up to questions for student athletes only before they're dismissed.
Kyle Huseman from Hawkeye Report. Ava and Taylor, I want to hear you both answer this. Just, you knew you were going to have roles coming today, but maybe your roles came out a little bit earlier in the game than you expected. Just kind of talk about getting thrust into the game kind of earlier than you expected and how you guys were able to contribute in the first half.
Yeah, I think with any team, it's just next man up. So always being ready on the bench, ready to come off and do well and perform for the team.
Yeah, I agree with what Ava said. That's kind of been our mindset the whole season, just being ready when your name is called. And obviously today it worked well for us, and everybody on the bench came off and did good and put some good minutes in.
Elliot Clough, Hawkeye Beacon. Ava, it's another career high. It just kind of seems like you're doing that over and over and over again right now. What got you to click, like, in these last few games? What's working for you right now that maybe wasn't working before?
I think that just over the past few months, I've been putting in a lot of extra work, and that has helped me get to the confidence level and skill level to be able to come into games like this and perform well.
Jack Birmingham, Daily Iowan. Taylor, you also hit a career high today. I'm pretty sure you had a couple of good threes. You also created a lot of opportunities for your teammates. You had a moment where you drove right in, and then you just passed it back to Sid, and she knocked in a three. What's it like, not only just being able to being the person who's able to just kind of shoot and score, but also creating opportunities for teammates like Ava, like Sid, all those people?
I mean, they make it really easy. It's fun to score, obviously, but being able to make the extra pass. And I think we had our most assists in an NCAA game ever. So that just shows how special this team is and how much we love to share the ball and support each other.
Jeff Linder, Cedar Rapids Gazette. Taylor, can you tell us about the spin on your ball, whether it's kind of a side spin or a no spin? It's almost like a knuckleball when you shoot it.
I couldn't tell you that, but she will always get me. She'll pass and she won't look, and I'll be like, where'd the ball go? She's the best passer on this team.
As far as the shot, I couldn't tell you. I'm working on it, but trying to get better backspin. I don't know. It went in, so that's good.
Kathleen Geyer from the Next. Coach, were you concerned at all when Stolke went out with that second foul 2 minutes in?
I was, just more so because that's your normal fluidity in your flow. And this is the first time Ava and company, the young kids, have been on the biggest stage. But I've always felt, when Ava started really, she just kind of locked in that next level, had some, we challenged her and she really answered it. So I was comfortable that we could sub, but anytime you have a starter, yes, I was concerned. And I think a key point, though, also was right before half, everybody had foul trouble. Lucy did, Kylie did, Hannah did, but they came in, this group, and they did a really good job, and I think we went in 12. And I think that was a pivotal confidence builder for them, and I think for our whole team. But yes, I think I was concerned, but I also trusted our youth.
And what reminder, please, let's reserve the rest of the questions for student athletes so we can get them out of here first.
Ava, did anything feel different going into today's game? I know you've obviously been successful the last couple of weeks with those double-figured games.
No. That's all I got for you.
We have a couple over here.
Yeah, Ava, Jeff Linder, Cedar Rapids Gazette. What's your mentality? I mean, Hannah gets whistled for her second. It's like, oh shoot, Hannah got her second, or oh yeah, I get to get in the game here.
Hannah's a great player, and we're all here to contribute to the team and just make us as a whole better. But I get to come in and help the team in any way I can, and then Hannah can get out there in the second half and do her thing. So we all get our minutes and we all contribute.
Ava, Elliott Clough, Hawkeye Beacon. In regards to defending Caitlin in the first half, Caitlin Young in the first half, it seemed like your length gave her some trouble. I guess, what was your assessment in defending her?
She's a great player. She can shoot, she can drive, she's left-handed, so it was definitely going to be a defensive challenge, but I think that my length definitely contributed to that. And then, I don't know, it just worked out pretty well.
Jack Birmingham, still with Daily Iowan. Ava, in Indianapolis, we saw, I can't remember which game it was, but we saw a moment where you guys were down and then you tied and gave the lead and just kept it for the rest of the game. You were kind of like very pivotal in getting the outcome you guys wanted. And in the first half, we saw that same thing kind of play out today. You tied it up, and then afterwards your team just kind of had this momentum. Do you think that seeing you as a freshman being able to, score, create these opportunities for both of you even, kind of just amps the team up, really gets them going?
Yeah, I think everyone on this team is for each other. So when anyone can go out there and contribute, then the team gets really hyped up, and it's such a fun team to be part of. And so I was just happy that I was able to do that for the team today.
In the back, this will be the last one for student athletes.
Ethan Peter, Quad City Times. Taylor, you had 8 points in your last 11 games. What allowed you to kind of explode today and get 10 points? What went into that performance?
I would say it helped that they were liming me at first, which is staying off on defense. So that I was like, oh, okay, that's okay, I'll shoot it. So then I knocked them down. That was a good confidence booster. And, I think we just played really well off of each other, and I got some open looks. And so that definitely helped me score more.
All right, we'll now dismiss the student athletes.
Good job, guys. Way to go. Thank you. Love you guys. Great job. Enjoy it. See you out there. The guy on with social media, I don't think we have to keep them. I hope. Let's keep them for a long run.
At the end of the term.
Don't make sure you get them though when we can.
Yeah.
That's the cutest. I mean, that just shows you how much it means to these kids.
All right, questions for Coach up here?
Tyler DeLuca, no cap space. First off, Coach, congratulations on the win. Obviously now with advancing, obviously certainly still a game left to be played, but there's a possibility of a former player being on the other side with Oklahoma and Jenny Baranchek. Kind of a two-parter for you. One, seeing a player obviously that go from being part of the program as a player and the success that she's had over the course of her coaching career so far. What does that mean for Iowa as a program? And then on the court, it almost feels like kind of an honorary in-state matchup a little bit, just stylistically with that. And how do you feel like, obviously, those early games against the Drakes, the Northern Iowas, and the in-state Iowa opponents can prepare you for Jenny Baranchek's Oklahoma system?
Well, first off, I want to give all due respect to Florida Gulf Coast. I think that every team in the tournament, we see the upsets that are possible, and they've done a super job. So I would like the record to state that I've been asked about the Oklahoma team. And I will have to say, I think playing the Drakes and Northern Iowas, they prepared us more for Murray State. Although Jenny Baranchek did a super job at Drake, she's in the SEC now. And she does similar things, right? We like what we like. But I think that's more the deal is, she's got some tremendous talent, getting beers from the portal, Peyton Verhulst. They're really two key pieces that she added. And then we recruited the heck out of Sahara Williams. I thought that was an interesting storyline. Hallie Polk of Murray State was a high school teammate of Sahara Williams, both really good Iowa players. And Jenny is just a tremendous young coaching talent. She's really great. She helped us with our first Big Ten tournament championship. She was a freshman. Another coach on my staff, Randy Peterson-Henderson, she was a senior, so they were teammates. So that's a fun connection. But Very proud of Jenny. She's just is shining, and I'm really happy for her. But I usually like to cheer for her teams. It's not so fun when you have to face them.
WPSD. Now, obviously, before the unfortunate injury in the third quarter with Caitlin Young, you guys were able to hold her to 1 of 7.
Mm-hmm.
And so, how much was that preparation for her, and how much was that your team just coming out today and playing really nice defense?
Yeah, I think our particular team this whole year up to this point, we've done a pretty good job with scout prep. That just, and I think, honestly, I think Murray State did too. You heard Taylor Stremlow mention they were sagging off of her. And the numbers would show you wanted to make her prove it for a while, right? Because she's a freshman, she hasn't hit so much out there. And a kid like Taylor, at least today, if Florida Gulf Coast or Oklahoma, whoever wins, does that, we'll see if it happens again. But we knew that she was such a major cog to their wheel. And I thought we handled our scout prep really, really well. When they don't score in transition, I really wanted to slow them down. We did a decent job for the second half of the first quarter. We kind of got it. You have to slow down 1 and 2, forward and poke first. And then you have to kind of hold serve with Caitlin down there. But she does a lot of her damage at the elbow. You let her catch it easy at that elbow and let her kind of do what she wants at that elbow. You find yourself a little in more trouble because she's pretty crafty with her drive. And, we fouled a couple times. She didn't hit her first 2 free throws. But I think we did a good job with that. And I just, she's a key player. Although a lot of the other kids do a good job, we had to make sure that 1 and 2 and Young didn't feel confident. And I think we went into halftime, and I think that was a big key. Nice hands. Your wrong profession.
Yeah. Coach Jack Birmingham, Daily Iowan. I think it's interesting because you're obviously well known as head coach now. You did a lot of post work during the Bluter era, and today we saw a lot of hard work being put in the paint, especially from Ava. Can you talk me through that? I mean, obviously, do you think some of that maybe stuck around with you even as you took on a new role, and it's helping players like Hannah, Addison, Ava grow?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you enjoy the post play and have been successful with it, I'm not going to abandon that. I don't. As a head coach, it's like being a parent. You can't play favorites, right? You can't like your first child better than your baby or whatever. But I think today that was just smart basketball. I mean, we had an advantage in there. They don't have a lot of depth. I thought the different post players that we had, even if Caitlin Young sadly wouldn't have gotten hurt, and I just hate that for her. I just like to, just say what a great player. Man, she's just a really great young lady, and just what a scorer. You just hate it when her last game has to end on crutches, right? But going back to her, then when they got hurt, it just didn't. I mean, I think most of us could say, well, let's keep going inside. So I think today that just made sense. They had to play their power 4 at the 5, and she got in foul trouble, then she fouled out. So I just think that was, pretty clear today. But yes, Ava is a nice post player and developing. Addison O'Grady, she's usually a little bit more accurate. We have, usually, hopefully that'll mean some good things for Monday for her. But yes, I love the post play. I'll continue to go with the post play. But if we have to win games going with the guards, I'll do that too.
Ethan Pedrick, Quad City Times. Coach, building off that question, they went to Caitlin on the first 2 possessions, got a foul and a layup. What changed when Ava went in defensively on Caitlin specifically that Ava kind of was able to shut her down a little bit or limit her a little bit?
Yeah, I think, Hannah, neither one of them got a lot of shots at the beginning. Hannah and Caitlin, it was just kind of, kind of a stalemate really. And then that's what I've always liked about our post play when we shift to Hannah to the 5. Hannah's undersized, but she can give you a lot of different things speed-wise, running up and down, but also she'll front sometimes, she'll play behind, all the things. But when we have Ava come in, Ava can be pretty crafty and speedy too, and she's got length. So that's why I kind of like, as Ava's developed, is she's gotten more consistent with her shooting, able to make more shots with the pressure and that's what we've been bringing her along. But when Ava came in, that length bothered her, and she was pretty fast too. So I think that instead of like sometimes there's relief, oh, we got her in foul trouble. If Ava can hold and coming in there, then it's not really a relief, right? Because she was able to make it hard on Young.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you. Thank you for covering women's sports.
Reminder, Hammond Communications will post a recording of this press conference